Tim Rickman, and I'm in front of Hagrid's hut. Let's go in and say hi. Singing our song all day long at Hogwarts.
Just having a bit of fun. Hi everybody, I'm Tim Rickman, and it's been a couple of weeks since I uploaded a vlog. I was on vacation a few weeks ago, and among other things, my family and I got to visit Harry Potter Land at Universal, which was really cool. The atmosphere there is awesome. It really makes you feel like you're right there in Hogsmeade, and the rides are really cool, and the food was interesting and really good. And of course there's all the other parts of the park, so we got to ride all kinds of really fun rides. So yeah, I highly recommend it. If you haven't been, if you have a chance to go, check that out, especially if you're a fan of Harry Potter. It's really fun. So in the video there you see me riding Flight of the Hippogriff, I think was the name of the ride, but they had other rides too. My wife and I rode the Hogwarts Castle ride. I'm not quite sure what the name of that one was, but it was really fun. I had so much fun riding that with my wife. There's this part where Dementor's coming after you, and I shouted out, "Expecto Patronum!" and everybody laughed. It was funny. Yeah, the song that I was singing there on the roller coaster was obviously a reference to Potter Puppet Pals. And I know that's a bit of an older internet sensation, but if you haven't seen it, it's really funny. I imagine if you're a fan of Harry Potter, you're already familiar with what's going on there. But I'll put a link down below just in case you've missed it or you want to go back and watch a couple of those. They always make me chuckle. It's really fun, and I just couldn't help myself. I was having a lot of fun. So I'm recording this video kind of out of order. Hope you don't mind. Some of you guys don't know that I really enjoy running. I don't really talk about that very much, but I enjoy long distance running. I haven't really been on an incredibly long run in a while now, but I probably get in a good 5 miles a week. Spread out throughout the week, a couple miles here, a couple miles there, that sort of a thing. But I've been hearing about this running group, the Hogwarts Running Club, the Hogwarts Running Club, and it sounded really interesting. It's a Harry Potter world themed running group that has different kind of events, and they do a lot of charitable work, so a lot of the proceeds from their events will go to charities, things like that, which is really cool. And everything is Harry Potter themed, and I've been hearing about this group for a while, and this morning I got an invitation, or my wife sent me a little you know, like a little flyer or a little notification about an event that they're having this month. And I thought about it for a while. I thought, you know, maybe I want to do it, maybe I don't. You know, and I finally worked myself up to say, yes, I really want to do that. That sounds like fun. And I know it doesn't have an incredible amount to do with origami, really, but I want to promote health and exercise, and it's cool that they're a charity, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in the video to come. Yeah, so I signed up for the event, and I'm going to be running the distance of a full marathon over the next month. So I'm going to be also charting my miles and my progress on that with you guys here, and also on my Facebook page. So if you haven't already subscribed there, the official Rickman Origami Facebook page is just Tim Rickman Origami Facebook. So if you haven't signed up for that, be sure to check that out too, because I do a lot of updates on that channel, on that web page as well. It's not a channel. What am I saying? I'm all worked up today. I'm excited. I'm having a good time. So let me show you a little bit of what I recorded earlier after I got done with my run. And then at the end of the video, I've got something else that I've been working on that I want to show you a little sneak preview of. Okay, here you go. Hey everybody, Tim Rickman here. I just ran 8 miles in an hour. Earlier today I signed up for the Hogwarts House Marathon with the Hogwarts Running Club. It's a charitable event. Half of the proceeds that they generate from the event go to some good charities that help out animals. I'll put a link in the video description below if you want to check out more information about that. So the marathon is a full marathon, but there's no specific place or time really that you have to run it. It's over an entire month. You have all of June pretty much to run the distance of a full marathon, which is 42 kilometers or something like 13.2 miles if you're one of those people that uses miles. Like I said, I just got back from the gym. I ran 8 miles in an hour. The weather is kind of rainy this morning, so the trail that I usually run on, I decided to skip that and run at the gym, but it started to get a little bit crowded. I'd already been on the machine for an hour, so whew, there goes an ambulance. So I decided to come home, cool off, and do a quick update for the marathon, because I want to be charting all my miles with you. And in a minute here, I have plans to, it cleared up outside a little bit, so I'm going to go out and finish up my last 5 miles for the day out on the trail that I usually run. Now, that's going to be a total of 13 miles, which is the distance of a half marathon, which is half the distance that you have to run this month. It's been a little while since I've done some really long distance running, but my body is conditioned to do it. I'm used to running long distance. I love the feeling I get from running, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 miles. Long distance running, you get what that, you know, people call like a runner's high, and that sounds kind of weird, I guess, but really it just kind of makes you feel really oxygenated and kind of lightheaded and heavy at the same time, and just generally it increases your energy level and makes you feel kind of pumped up and excited and really, you know, in a good mood, because you got all that oxygen going through your blood and your muscles, and it just feels really healthy. So I think that's everything I wanted to mention in this update. If I forgot anything, I'll mention it when I get back to you after I finish up running this next 5 miles. The trail that I run on, if I run down and back again twice, that should be about 5 miles for the day, which will round out 13 for the whole day. And that's about all that I'm gonna do for the first day. I'll be able to handle the rest of it later. Alright, like I said, I'll leave details about the marathon in the video description below so you can participate. I've been thinking about maybe doing a challenge where if you do participate in the marathon as well, if you register and sign up for it and run the miles yourselves, that I'll do some extra miles this month just as an extra incentive to get more people involved. So I haven't made up my mind about that yet. That could end up being a lot of miles depending on what I pledge that I will do. So let me give that some thought and I'll get back to you. But yeah, that's it for this update. I'm going to go run the rest of my 5 miles, and I'll do another report when I get back. Okay, bye. Hey everybody, Tim Rickman back again. Sorry, in the first video I didn't have my window open, so the video might have been a little dim. I apologize about that. And also, I realized that I said that a full marathon was 13 miles. A full marathon is 26 miles. I am smart, I promise. I just can't brain good after I run long. So, disappointing news. The trail that I usually run on was closed today. They're doing some maintenance, but I did run the first part of it, and that got me up to about 9 miles. And then I went back into the gym and tried to do a little more. I wanted to do 13 miles today and just knock out the first half of what I'm required to do for this month. But my body just wanted to stop. All I can think about is eating food right now and stretching my legs. So rather than kill myself today, I decided to cut it off at 9, which 9, 18, 27, 26 miles is a full marathon. So I've done a third of what what I'm supposed to do for this marathon. So I feel really proud about that, and I'm considering what I said before. If people sign up for this event and you can do at least as much as I've done today, which is 9 miles, I will do 5 miles on top of the full marathon, the 26 miles that I'm going to be doing this month by the end of July. And I'm not imagining that a ton of people are going to participate in that. If it gets to be too many, though, I might ask for a little more time to complete the 5 miles per person who signs up for this event, registers, pays the entry fee, and does at least 9 miles and lets me know about that, either here in the comments below or on my Facebook page sometime during this month, sometime during the month of June. Which is when the contest is going on, when the marathon is going on. And like I said before, the details about that contest, marathon, are in the video description below. I am so hungry right now. All I can think about is pizza, which is what I'm going to go order. I know that's kind of horrible to do something really healthy and then go eat garbage food, but I really want pizza right now. Some other things I wanted to mention. You might be wondering what all this even has to do with origami, with this channel. What I'm trying to emphasize here is that it's important to get out and exercise. Origami is kind of one of those things you do indoors, usually by yourself, in front of a computer screen or with a book open, something like that. Not a lot of sunshine getting onto your skin, none of that good old vitamin D. So it's important that you get outside, especially during the summer when the weather is nice, and exercise. So that's what this is about. That's part of how I do what I do. You get that feeling of being healthy, and that leads to creativity, and that leads to just overall healthiness in your life if you go outside every once in a while and you get some exercise. So that is the point of what I'm doing right here. And also, it's just a good idea because I do make a little bit of money off of my channel. It's not too much. Sometimes I get asked, what kind of profit I see from my channel. It isn't a ton. I make about $100 a year, and most of that money gets put back into supplies like paper, things like that. I had a little bit of extra money saved over this year. I wanted to put that toward a new camera, a new video recorder, but it's just not going to be enough, and it's been on my mind lately to do something charitable to show that side of myself, because that is something that I like to do. I like to do volunteer work. I like to donate to charity, and I think this is just a really cool event. I really enjoy Harry Potter. I have a feeling a lot of my other fans do too. So I just thought this was a really cool way to tie everything together. And if you're wondering, I claim Ravenclaw. That's my house. I know a lot of people would choose Gryffindor, maybe even Slytherin if you're kind of a questionable character. But I definitely belong to the Ravenclaw house. If I had to choose, don't pick Slytherin. Pick Ravenclaw. Pick Ravenclaw. That's what I'd be saying if the Sorting Hat was on my head. All right. Well, I'm going to cut off this update for right now, and I am going to go order a pizza. I know that sounds horrible, but that's what I'm going to do. And I think later on in this vlog, I'm going to show you guys maybe a little sneak peek at some project, a project that I've been working on lately that I've been talking about here and there, but I really haven't shown you much, so maybe I'll be able to show you a little bit of that. All right, everybody, bye for now, and enjoy the rest of the video. And please let me know in the comments below if you're participating in the Hogwarts House Marathon. All right, bye. One more thing that I wanted to mention is that if you choose to go running, make sure that you do it wisely. Wear the right kind of running shoes, don't overexert yourself, drink plenty of water. If you're out on a sunny day, wear sunscreen. pay attention to what your body's telling you. If it starts to hurt or you get a pain or a cramp or something like that, stop and just take your time, you know, especially with this marathon type thing. You've got time to finish it if you want to participate. And just in general for running, you know, you never want to push yourself past the point where it's not going to be able to perform the next time that you want to go running. You don't want to injure yourself. If you get to that point where you feel like you need to take a little break, or you're not used to running and you want to ease into it, you really do want to ease into it. You want to get the right shoes. And if you're just starting out running, you want to make sure that you're running at a pace that you can still hold a conversation if someone was running next to you. And then as time goes on, work your speed up to the point where, you know, you can get 3 or 4 words out at a time. And then once you get more and more used to that, you can start going for longer and longer distances where you're out of breath the majority of the time. But work up to that point. Don't overexert your body. Don't kill yourself. Don't put yourself in the hospital or get a sprained ankle or 100 other things that could go wrong. The idea is to be healthy. So do that at a responsible pace. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, I want to show you some work that I've been doing on Shenron right now. All right. Okay, so what we have here is just the head portion of a test fold of the sort of the 1.0 version of this. It's likely to change a little bit, but I like the progress that I've made so far. You can see he's got his 4-pronged antlers there and sort of these frilly things that hang off of his cheek. His jaws come down to the end, and he's got a couple of teeth in the front there I was able to work in, as well as some nostrils and his long catfish whiskers, or whatever you want to call those, really, and his bottom jaw there. And obviously this is just a portion of the model. The whole thing, his arms are going to come out right about here, and then there'll be another length of body, you know, quite a distance, so from that, so about like this, and then there'll be his hands, and then his tail trails out quite a bit after that. But this is the grid. Ooh, focus in, buddy. There we go, camera. This is the grid that I've been working on. This is only half done. It is a 136 by 136 box grid is what I have it set at now. But that's likely to change. I feel pretty good about the pattern right now. I like the proportions of the head here. Obviously, I made this with not good paper. It was just thin sandwich wrap paper that was thin enough for me to be able to test fold just the head. But I feel really good about this. There's one small change I might make up here, but it looks pretty good so far, I think. And the cool part about all this is that it's using the new method of designing origami that I've been talking about, octo pleating. And I'm not really ready to talk about that at length right now, but I wanted to show you the progress that I had made on this and just mention that this was a fan-suggested model. But I don't really watch Dragon Ball Z. I think all in all I've seen about an episode and a half of it over the course of my whole life. I'm not really familiar with all the characters. I had to do a little bit of a googly search to learn more about Shenron to make sure I was getting his personality right, all that kind of thing. But what's driving me to design this model is the new concept, the new style, the octo pleating that I've been talking about. I know I'm being a little bit mysterious about that. It's just the fact that I want to make sure that I know all of the ins and outs of it before I start explaining what it is. And I want to have a model that exemplifies what it can do before I start explaining what it is and how to use it. But I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek at what I've been working on lately. This, as well as the Ridley 2.1 Super Ridley video tutorial. I've been working on that as well. Getting the materials together for that, getting my script together for that. That's going to be another full-length tutorial. Like Smaug is, because I really think that kind of long play video tutorial is going to do really well, and that's something that people who enjoy advanced origami are going to be able to appreciate, something that they don't have to click through multiple episodes to watch. They can just open one video and click to the part that they want to see, or watch the whole thing. And there was something else I wanted to mention. I do have some other kind of really cool news. Some of my models might be appearing in a museum pretty soon here. I'll have more information about that as it comes. Yeah, so that's really cool too. And that's why you don't see some of the models that you usually see in my little workspace right here, because those are off in Alabama right now, getting prepared for an origami exhibit there. So I'll let you guys know more about that as it develops. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to cut the video off here. Be sure to check out the official Rickman Origami Facebook page. Just Rickman Origami on Facebook. You can find me there. I get a lot of requests on my personal page. I don't really add a lot of people on that, just because that's really for my friends and my family and a couple of other people. If you really want to get a hold of me and see what's going on with my art, though, everything that I post origami related, I post to the artist page, and you'll see a picture of me wearing a green origami on my head. And yeah. All right, I'm going to cut the episode off right there. I'm glad to be back. I had a couple of you tell me that you missed me while I was gone on vacation. I missed you guys too. I missed making these videos. It's really fun making these, and I'm going to do it as often as I can. A little less often right now, since I'm trying to spend most of my free time making the Ridley video. But I will be checking in with you from time to time for these episodes. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye everybody.